Hello and Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Hazib bin Azaldin, and today I'm going to share regarding my internship program journey at Sterling Insurance Broker Berhad. Alright, first of all, uh, my presentation will consist of the company background, company vision and missions, my training reflections, and also my SWOT analysis based on the company that I completing my internship program. Alright, for the first one is the company background. So the company background is my companies during my internship program is Sterling Insurance Brokers in Berhad, which is a Bumiputra owned and a Minister of Finance licensed company that was established in 1977. Was one of the brokers company that are certificates under the BNM or Bank Negara Malaysia regulations, and the nature of business for this company is insurance service provider. Next, the background of the company. I would like to share to all of you regarding the establishments of the company. Sterling Group was founded in 2001, which provide worldwide product and services. It was established in market for insurance and risk management services with highest quality. Sterling Insurance Broker has earned and obtained the stellar reputations in delivering the insurance consultancy and advisory services. In Sterling Insurance Broker also, they provide a variety of insurance services, especially in field of power generations and energy, oil and gas, infrastructure, aviations, and other general insurance product, and also the employee benefit scheme. Throughout in Sterling Insurance Broker, they provide or they delivering their products to a high-profile client such as Malakoff Berhad, Puncak Niaga Sdn Berhad, Indah Water Consortiums, Plus Highway, and also the latest one is Suke Highway. Is the mostly the business that we receive in Sterling Insurance Broker are from the government's projects and others clients. Besides that, the services that has been provided by Sterling Insurance Broker is one, they're providing services towards the comprehensive insurance management program for large and specialized risks. Next is customize the insurance program for industrials and commercial risks. It also provides the lenders advisory services and employee benefit schemes, and last but not least is treaty reinsurance service risk management services. Alright, now I'm going to show to you the organization's chart for the Sterling Insurance Broker, where this Sterling Insurance Broker was owned and operated by the Chief Executive Officer, which calls Abdul Halim Jantan. He is one of the very well-known persons that have been involved in insurance industry for around 30 years plus. He is well known with the insurance and also have the high connections towards a lot of peoples. And he be assisted by Sheikh Wan Muzamir, which is our chief operator officer, which is COO of our company, is also well known in insurance industry and have a various background and experience in accounting and also insurance industry. So the company visions and mission and also the objective. So the vision of Sterling Insurance Broker is to be a preferred consultant in providing practical and effective insurance and risk management consultancy, while the mission of Sterling Insurance Broker is also to provide the consultancy and advisory in enterprise risk management and business continuity management, insurance claim management, which are certified as the professionals practitioners. And the objective of Sterling Insurance Broker is to improve the overall quality of the services it offers and to make certain that its customer will be able to make use of the Sterling Business Intelligence. So the next part is my training reflections. During my internships program, it has been a lot of bittersweet journey. It gave me a lot of experience and also the lot of knowledge that I gained throughout my internship program. The reason why I chose Sterling Insurance Broker, it is because I love to dive into the insurance industry in order to know more about the products and services that's provided in insurance. And I also want to know the further knowledge regarding the insurance. For examples, where if by gaining a lot of information in Sterling Insurance Broker, I know in the future what kind of insurance that I need for me, and also if I have a project. So during my internship program in Sterling Insurance Broker, I need to wake up around 6 a.m. in the morning to um, to to get myself ready and going to take the train to the office. My journey to the office by using the public transport will take around 45 to 55 minutes. It's a long journey, but it's a good experience for me to feel and to have the experience onwards for towards my future. And during my internship program also, I was assigned to corporate broking, but I was assigned towards the small business enterprise, which I conducted the general insurance for small businesses or for small project and so on. And mostly I arrange the general insurance products such as the construction all risk, workman compensations, and I also arranging and handling the marine insurance and aviations. So these are general insurance which are my responsibility during my internship program. So I need handles all of these kind of general insurance product. And my monthly allowance is RM 800 ringgit in Sterling Insurance Broker. Next, I'm moving to the okay, now let's continue towards the SWOT analysis that I found and identifies during my internship program at Sterling Insurance Broker. So the SWOT analysis consists of strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and also the threat. So the first one is strength. Strength that I found during my internships program at Sterling Insurance Broker is where they have the systematic system, which call it as a cyber system. This cyber system is actually a new system that have been created by Sterling Insurance Broker itself. It is purposed to create billings and to create invoice for client and insurers, and it's also to capture all the outstanding payments from the client and insurer, and it also can generate the statement of financials. And mostly the purpose of cyber is for administration's purpose and also the finance purpose. So when you are having your own system, you actually can access all the outstanding and payments that you have not received, or you can notify the client and also the insurers where if the payment made directly to the insurer, we can ask the insurers to give the payment that received to us, because these systems is actually can make us to identify what are the payment that are not being made yet, and also it also can ease us to keep track and have the record of which client is not paid yet, which client is still have the outstanding. So, and the main purpose of these cyber systems is actually for the finance department in order to close their accounts during the financial year. It can ease us to track down, and it also could ease the auditor to audit our financial year. Beside that, during my internship program also, what can I see through this systematic system, even though that cyber is a new approach and a good approach by the company itself, it's still new software. So it does have a lot of flaws which can disrupt the business operations, such as this software or website is actually new, so it have many of bugs and error that sometimes happen in our system. So it's not only disrupt our operational process, but it's also disrupt the finance progress in tracking down all the outstanding payment and so on. So what I would like to recommend to the selling insurance broker is to find the solutions by obtaining the third party vendors that are very highly professions in the IT services in order to have a stability in our system, so avoid any mistakes and bugs to happen anymore. Because sometimes if the bugs have occur, it took around 2 until 3 days working to have the website or systems stable again. The next strength that I found is during my internships through the company of selling insurance broker is where most of the workers or employees in the selling insurance broker are a very experienced worker. They has various backgrounds that are some are come from the CEO of Holion Bank, CEO of BIB, which is BIB brokers. Some are from the senior underwriter from Marsh broker. So what I could see that when you have the experienced worker, it actually is your operational process, and it can that's make your business to run smoothly. So as I say before this that we also have the ex senior of underwriter from March broker. It's actually help us to underwrite all the risks that we receive from the clients, because we can use all the experience and expertise that they have from this experienced worker. But even though that we have highly experienced worker, it still has slightly flaws, because a lot of these experienced worker are actually not a permanent worker. They are actually a temporary worker, or we call it as contract worker. They are works in the contract, and mostly the contract their contract is 2 years only. So what I like to recommend to selling insurance broker is where they should take all of these experienced worker as a permanent for 5 years or more, to make them be to use this experienced worker to work with the junior or new underwriter. For examples, if we have the experienced worker that actually the ex underwriter of March, so why not we use him as the senior workers to have a collaboration with junior or new underwriter that we recruit, and let them collaborate together, where during that collaboration they can generate, or they can share their experience. It's like you give all your experience towards this new worker, and by doing that they can learn what they need to do and what's not need to do. Because when we have collaborations between the experienced worker and new worker, we can actually have successful business operations in future. The weakness during my internship program, the weaknesses that I found in selling insurance broker where they do not have the training program for interns, because the management of selling insurance broker did not have the specific program and activity for the interns to learn. And most of the interns in selling insurance broker are left-handed during the internship, and they tends to learn by their own self. It is because when there is no training, a specific training program for the interns, some intern might don't know how exactly the brokers broking process it is, and some might just come and goes the selling insurance during the internship without knowing anything or without gaining any knowledge. So what I would like to suggest is that their management or human resource department in selling insurance broker should come up with an idea, where the idea that I would like to propose is where they specific, or they make some activity or websites that are exactly the same on how the broken process in your life. So to have that kind of activity and websites, the interns can learn from the website on how to deal with the client and insurer in real life, what they should and should not. Because when they learn the broken process by their own self, they tend to make mistake that they should not make during dealing with client and insurer in real life, because there is no specific program for them. So the other weakness that I found during this internship program in selling insurance broker, what I can see throughout my team, where I was a delegate through the corporate broking tool, or we call it as corporate broking for SME businesses. What I can find out through my team is there is unsystematic workflow, because there is no delegation of work. All of my team members do all other stuff. They have no specific client to be handled. For example, in this SME business, we have a lot of clients. I can say that there are more than 30 clients. So when you are not delegates the clients according to whom you are actually burdened with workload and also stress, because you didn't have the specific client yet that you need to entertain and engage with. So sometimes when you did not delegate the task and the clients towards assigned person, sometimes we might miss the renewal of the client, we might lose the client that we do not know, because there is no delegation of work. And then there are too many workloads due to works that wasn't ours, which means that we have more than 30 clients. How can a one team member to handles all the 30 clients? Why not that we delegate the client by giving one team members have to arrange 10 clients, which is we have our own responsible client that we need to handle and to ensure their renewals are on time. So what I would like to recommend to my teams throughout my internship program that I identify by myself is they need to delegate the all clients towards a certain peoples, or we need to assign all the clients through the each members. For example, like me, I was responsible in handle of all the marine and aviation's client. So by doing that, all the marine and aviation client that comes, that looking or seek for aviation and marine insurance, they could personally ask me, and then I will arrange for them in terms of their renewals or a new client and so on, and also the outstanding payment. Next, we move on to the opportunities. The opportunities that I seen in Sterling Insurance Broker where a lot of workers or employee inside the Sterling Insurance Broker are high connected peoples. In Sterling, there are numerous employees here is highly connected peoples. For example, some of the employee are one of the employee of the ex CEO of Holyang Bank, COO of BIB. So by having these wide relationships, this potentially can give us the high potential of business incoming, because when you have the connections with a lot of peoples that are well known, it actually can be income generations to our company. So lot of businesses that comes to our Sterling Insurance Broker are from these high connected peoples. So that I consider that's why Sterling Insurance Broker could become the sustainable insurance brokers in Malaysia, because numerous of the employee here have a numerous experience and background and have the relationship with well-known peoples and high connected peoples. That's why they receive a lot of big project that some other local broker insurance could not get. So what I would like to recommend through the Sterling Insurance Broker is, when you have the high connected peoples, it means that you have high possibility of getting a new businesses. Then what you need to do is you need to widen up your insurance product and coverage, because what I see in Sterling Insurance Broker, they have a limited insurance product that they could offer, which means when you have a limited insurance product, the high potential customer or client that comes seek our services and consultations, if we could not provide the coverage that they want, it's a big loss to us, because a lot of the client comes to us is from the high profile clients and also high profile business, which could be a potential or which could give us a big profits to our company. So it is important for the Sterling Insurance Broker to widen out their insurance product and have the wider relationship between the insurance in Malaysia, instead of staying with one or two, three insurance. And the next opportunity that I could see in Sterling Insurance Broker is where Sterling Insurance Broker is one of the broker companies in Malaysia that get the project from government directly. There's numerous project from government that we are directly receive from the government itself. For example, it's like Plus Highway, Suki Highway, UITM, Malakoff Berhad. These clients are actually from a gift project from the governments for us to responsible in handling them and providing the insurance coverage that they need. And we are the one of successful broker that government always seek. So it is great opportunity, because the government project is not many brokers company out there that could have the chances to gain the direct project from the government itself. So even though that we receive all the government project, there is still loopholes in our Sterling Insurance Broker itself. So what I would like to recommend is selling insurance broker needs to have a wider relationship not only with the insurer but also a wider relationship with the reinsurance outside there, because usually we are using the services of reinsurance company of Principal Re Limited. So this method is actually good because when we have a wider options of reinsurance company, it actually eases us to underwrite the risk. And when we have the wider connections with others reinsurance company out there, it helps us to gain much more government project that are highly profile project and high risk project, where in result we can successfully seal the business and provide the coverage that are needed by this government project. Is threat. The biggest threat that I found in selling is this company is operating in fast-paced environment, which is good and bad at the same time. The good is where it is beneficial to the company because there is a lot of business incoming, and we as employee needs to sales the business successfully in a rapid time and in a short period, because we need to have a fast response in order to successfully sales the business. So when you are working in a fast-paced environment, it actually could burden your employees, and a lot of your employee must be burdened and demotivated to work because the works are not from the client itself but also from the employer. It's make them to finish all the business with the deadline. So what I would like to recommend to selling insurance broker is that when there are some employees that needs to work overtime, you need to set the boundaries where after a certain time they work, you need to have a boundaries. You set the limit that after the working hour, you cannot ask them, or the employee itself cannot call them in the morning asking for a business and so on, because for them they only see this incoming business as a good profit for the company, but for the employee it actually burden themselves, because in my experience one of my team members needs to answer the call from the big boss in the early of the morning, which means that you as the employer needs to know the boundaries time when you should and should not engage with your employees or asking your employees. When the time was outside the working hours, you could not assign your employee to do this work and so on, because they also have their personal time and family time. And then the last threat that I found in selling insurance broker is high turnover rate. During my internship program, in the 6-month period, there have been 3 workers or 3 employees that have been resigned. Some of them resign because they find a new job that are much more better than selling insurance broker, and some are resigned because they found that the other companies is providing work-life balance environment. And the one employee that I quite know is resigned because there is a lot of burden and workload that they need to carry whenever they work in selling insurance broker. So some the reason are because workload and also no work-life balance when you are working in this selling insurance broker. Beside that, there are also inappropriate activity that the employee needs to participate, where twice a week the there is an activities and outdoor activities that have been scheduled by the management so the employee that it is compulsory activity for the employee to join because it's part of the KPI for the company itself. It might seems like enjoyable or work-life balance for the management, but for the employee itself, it actually burden their time because they also want to have their own time at home or want to rest early so they can wake up early in the morning to go to the work back. But when you have the inappropriate activities that are compulsory for the employee to participate, it actually add up their burden and workload. So what I would like to recommend towards the management is that to um to to what I would like to recommend for the management is to take into the considerations the opinion of the employee, whether they agree or not to join the activities, or they needs to take into the consideration of the employee that this activity should not be a compulsory activity for the employee to join, because they might think that this activity is for their work-life balance or to tighten up their relationship between the other staff in other departments, but it's an appropriate activities to be done for the employee. So in conclusions, what I could say that my journey in my internship journey program in this sterling insurance broker is actually a lot have give me a lot of knowledge there that I get from the experience, and the journey of my during my internship at sterling insurance broker have been a bittersweet journey. There's a lot of sweet memories and bad memories, but what could I say that I'm really pleased and happy to be part of the company where I could gain a lot of knowledge in how the broking process it is. I can engage with a lot of insurance clients. I have known a variety of general insurance product, and I also have several connections with the insurer, which is good for me in order for me to pursue my career in broking industry. And what I would like to say is I'm really happy to be part of Sterling Insurance Broker, where even though that they have a lot of where this company is actually fast paced working environment, but still it's a good way for me to gain a new knowledge, and it urged myself to become a competent worker, and all the knowledge that I get from the industry in my internship program, and all the knowledge that I gain from the experienced worker in selling insurance broker is actually useful for me to pursue my career in insurance industry in the future. So yeah, it's great journey, and look forward if I could get the offer in selling insurance broker.